Hello. Hey everybody. How's everyone doing today? Happy Halloween. I'm in my robe, being a little cozy. Okay, Jashika, go ahead with your questions. Okay. Here is the profession of Jashika's next romantic partner. Where is the profession of Jashika's next romantic partner? Someone, what I'm getting so far is someone who helps create some kind of balance in communication. There's something to do with perspective here and giving and gaining perspective. Ace of Cups came in reverse, so it looks like maybe I don't know why. I'm getting like, let me see if I can get anything else with these oracle cards. Something about like counseling of some sort, or like helping other people in some way. Hold on. What is the profession of Jashika's next romantic partner? Maybe he uses his heartbreak in some way, artistically, or what is the profession of Jashika's next romantic partner? What is the profession of Jashika's next romantic partner? This is something that they went to school for. Okay, something to do with, it's got to be with animals, something to do with animals here. We have, you're an earth angel who is born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and animals. We have animals, understand animals, communicate with them intuitively, trust their inner guidance, as the animals are part of your life's work. We have Ace of Cups in reverse, so that has to do with love, compassion, things of this nature, and maybe bringing balance with the temperance back in. And then we have the King of Swords, which has to do with communication, bringing in perspective. It's something that they went to school for. So maybe healing the hurt. It's possible that maybe there's some type of activist for animals. Maybe they are even a veterinarian of some sort. Maybe they help heal animals that need rehabilitation, that have been hurt in the past. This definitely, or maybe this is even their life calling. This definitely has to do with healing the hurt, because the Ace of Cups came in reverse, and restoring the balance there. But this is someone who's definitely gone to school, definitely has an education. Let me see if anything comes out here. But we have multiple cards here for healing the hurt, healing the wounded. So it sounds like a really awesome person, actually. Profession of the next romantic partner. And then we also have builder. Your innate ability to build and create brings you a deep sense of accomplishment. It's funny because when I was actually thinking of what this person would be like, the Eight of Pentacles came to mind. And the Eight of Pentacles is about someone who works really hard, somebody who just tries to put forth whatever it is that, just somebody who puts a lot of work and effort into things, somebody who wants to build something that they're very proud of. So the Eight of Pentacles came to mind when I was first shuffling, and then we have the Builder card. So this is somebody who basically just wants to be really proud, have a deep sense of accomplishment in what it is that they do. And then this person may even have the ability to just create things, build things with their hands. This may be another calling. This may be something that they just like to do on the side as a hobby. Again, when we ask these questions, it's basically spirits just trying to put through the kind of person that this person is. But I definitely think animals are going to be very, very important to this person. Just know a healer of some sort. I'm getting a lot of healing, building, rebuilding, rehabilitation. This person seems like a very awesome, comforting, loving person. Very, very awesome heart. As far as how will you meet? Let's see here. How will Jashika and the next partner? Okay. Next partner meet. Jashika and next partner meet. Okay, I'm getting concert vibes. If you guys go to festivals, concerts, some kind of party where there's music, something outdoors probably, or somewhere where you have to travel to get there. But I'm definitely feeling like a party, a festival, a concert. All right, Chloe, thank you. You'll be next, okay? Gathering with friends. We're getting a lot of vibes here of a party, yeah. Definitely be more social if you're not. This is where you're gonna meet this person. And I'm getting called to shuffle this deck. It is a tarot deck, but I use it as an oracle because it is the Lover's Tarot. And I read it like an oracle deck. And I want to see if anything's coming up here. I know. COVID is ruining everything. Any other messages for Shika? Any other messages? All right, so we got the Six of Wands twice. So that's just confirming basically what we're thinking here, where you're going to meet this person. We also have the Five of Staves and we have the Strength. Usually the staves are wands, so just to clarify that. But the Five of Staves can typically mean conflict. When I read it in this, it means playful. To me, when I read it like an oracle, it just means a very playful nature between the two of you. We also have the Strength card. When I see it here, to me, it screams that you guys are just a very strong, stable relationship. This is going to be one that's very healthy for you. So I definitely see that when you guys meet, it's just going to be very solid, very, maybe even compassionate in a way that it's just going to be very healthy. So that's what I have for you. you feel guided to interact more, go with that. You need to like listen to your intuition more. It's definitely telling you something. Did you really? Concert and music with the Six of Wands? Yeah, absolutely. That's so awesome. Thanks, Chloe, for that confirmation. I'm so glad. Gives you something to look forward to. This year has been so crazy, but it's always nice to kind of have something to look forward to. Chloe, if you want to go ahead with your questions if you didn't list them yet. Oh, you're so welcome. Are the Sagittarius and Chloe... Okay, so this is a relationship going to make the distance. And when will Chloe be able to start new online business? Okay. So Chloe, since you're a tarot reader, I'm sure you know that time is all up to your free will. However, what's important to keep in mind is that I can make predictions according to the current trajectory of your life. So if you continue with the habits that you're currently forming, I can definitely ask the question. And as long as you continue to do what you've been doing, this prediction will go in line with what along the current path that you're already going. But if you make any sudden changes, your free will changes things up, then you can, of course, change course. So just want to throw that out there. But if you keep doing what you're doing now, that's what this prediction is going to go on because it's based off of the current energy of how things are currently going in your life right now, the trajectory of how things are currently going. But we'll start with your first question here. Is the relationship between Chloe and the Sagittarius going to make the distance? Relationship between Chloe and Sagittarius going to make the distance. Is the relationship between Chloe and Sagittarius going to make the distance? Yeah, I was going to say, it seems like you're not so sure, but I'm having a pretty positive outcome right now for you, Chloe. I think that it's definitely something that's going to be a bit of a challenge for you, but they're all pretty positive cards. It's going to take some work. At the bottom of the deck, we have 8 of Pentacles. So it is going to take some work for you. Lots of 8s here. Is this something that is, because we've got the 4 of Cups, which means you're kind of apathetic about the situation. You're just kind of unsure. You like kind of read the face. You're just kind of like, I don't really know if this is something that's going to work out or what's going to happen between us. You go through funks. Yeah. And that's totally right. The 4 of Cups is kind of like probably how you're feeling. I with the 8 of Cups being the overall energy at the bottom of the deck, it's something that's going to take a lot of work. If you don't put that work into it, you're going to have the 8 of Cups, which is something where you're withdrawn, you're walking away, you're kind of saying, this isn't for me. But I definitely feel like when we're asking the question, is this something that you guys can make it through? Is this something that you guys are going to make the distance? When asking that question, I definitely feel like it's a yes. I just feel like your doubt is creating the energy at the bottom of the deck. I think that you're thinking that it's going to take a lot of work. And if I don't put that work in, then I'm going to have to walk away. But I definitely feel like if you're asking for guidance, if you're saying, can this relationship work? Absolutely. We have the Chariot, which is all about success. It's about moving forward. The Chariot is a great card to come out when asking, is something going to work? You have to have that willpower, that determination, and you will have that victory, right? The World is success. That's another success card. It's another victory card. The World is such a good card to come out when you're looking for a positive outcome. It's about completion. It's about accomplishment, right? It's about travel. So when we're asking about cards going the distance, when I see the Chariot, I think about movement, moving forward. When I see the World, I think about travel. So when you're asking questions about the distance, you're thinking about whether you're talking about long distance between two people, you're talking about, is it going to go the distance? These are awesome cards to come up because they both signify, yes, that's going to happen. And the Star is just saying you need to have that hope. You need to just be a little bit more positive about the situation. Think about what you want, vision what you want the relationship to be, and just get that inspiration because the relationship might just need a little bit of a renewal, right? The Star is just wishing upon that star. Have that hope in that, and then maybe try to like manifest what it is you want from the relationship. Of course, you have that free will. You know, if you don't want to put in this work, if you don't want to make that happen, that's totally up to you. But if you're asking Spirit, is this going to work? Is this something that we can do? Absolutely. So let's take a look at our Whispers of Love Oracle here. See if we can get some words of encouragement or maybe some words of advice. Chloe and her Sagittarius. Learn to meet another's need for love. So we have getting to know each other's love language is kind of what that's reminding me of. So, you know, what speaks to that other person? What what is their love language? What is it that sets their heart on fire? Getting to kind of like, yeah, kind of like when I was saying with the star, with that renewal within that relationship. I'm not sure how long you guys have been together, but doing the little things for each other that kind of resparks or rekindles that flame, you know, within the relationship. Just learn to meet another's need for love. And then we also have turn your heart light, turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. So it's basically just being open to that. You're basically starting and stopping, right? You're blocking off your heart a little bit. He said, putting in the work on my end is what is needed. Doubt is what stops it. Yes, I'm action and he's words of affirmation. So, you know, there's that block there. You got to turn your heart light on. So this is what Spirit is saying to you, is that you have to make sure that you're being open. You know, you're a little bit closed off, not sure if that's, you know, what that's to from the past, or worried about maybe just trying to protect your heart a little bit. You know, these two pictures kind of remind me of each other a little bit, just the way they're kind of like hands on the heart and just kind of like trying to have that hope. See if anything comes out, anything else for you here, any other messages. Anything else for Chloe and Sagittarius? Okay, we got one more here. Let's see what it says. Forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. Oh my God, I literally have the chills. Like, as soon as you said, I am from the past exactly right, forgiveness comes up. Nothing is gained from holding on to past disappointments. Chloe, you gotta let go. You gotta absolve yourself a little bit from that. I know that it's hard, girl, because I've been there, but we've got to do some shadow work. We've got to do some healing. In other words, allow his love in and embrace and forgive the past. He hurt me unintentionally. Exactly. That is exactly right. Yeah, you have to decide, you know, if this is something you want to move forward with. If you choose him and you choose that you want to move forward, then you've got to let go of the past. That's what makes it difficult, is that we want to have the relationship, but we don't heal from the past. And like we hold on to these resentments. We hold on to the hurt, but you can't do that. It's like if you choose to forgive and you choose to move forward, then you have to let go of what has happened in the past, because that's not fair to you and that's not fair to them. You know what I mean? I remind myself of the exact words you said. I choose to forgive. I have to leave it in the past. It only hurts our marriage. Yeah, exactly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and move on to your next question, which was about your business. Let me scroll back up here. When will I be able to start my new online business? Let's see here. When will Chloe be able to start new online business? When? All right, so we have some, okay, Chloe, it's giving me a lot of indecision cards, okay? We're getting a huge range. We're getting, it can be now, it can be 3 years from now. It's telling me it can be, because the swords can mean days, right? The pentacles can mean years. They're like saying, look, if they make the decision to do this now, this can literally be in, 2 weeks, or this can be 3 years down this road. This person is not, like, they have all these dreams. They have, like, all this desire. They have all these ideas. They have all this passion and, like, all these thoughts, and, like, they know what it is that they want to do, but they're not making that first move. Have faith. Have faith in those dreams. So I'm getting, be bold and make the first move. I'm having have faith in your dreams. I'm not getting a solid answer because I feel like you're a little bit wishy-washy in your mind right now. So it's basically like, it can be 2 weeks from now, it can be 3 years from now, but Chloe, you have to decide, are you gonna do this? And then that's what the Nine of Swords is, right? The Nine of Swords is all about having that anxiety, having that fear, that intense worry of, like, am I gonna fail? This is my dream. This is one of my dreams, or my dream. This is something that I want to do so badly, and I want it to succeed. What if I fail? It's just this constant back and forth, and it's like, also like I'm venturing out into this world of the unknown, and like it's kind of hard to start something up new because I don't know everything, or I know a lot but may not, there's so many what ifs, and just you think and think and think and think and like circle around, Chloe. You have a lot of doubt. You have a lot of doubt within yourself. You have a lot of doubt within, it seems like, maybe even a little bit of insecurity as well. And it's just like saying you need to have a little bit of faith within yourself. And you need to like be bold because you're being supported. Yeah. And like that's what's so crazy is I was like, okay, 9 of Swords. I was like, okay, that's awesome. I was like, it's just gonna be a matter of starting up. I was thinking, okay, go Chloe. Like you must have a lot of things lined up already, ready to go. And I'm like, 9 days. That's like soon. Because I mean, even 9 of Swords can be 9 hours. You know what I mean? Swords is usually the fastest of the suit, or at least that's what I go by when I'm judging this. But then I got 3 of Pentacles, and I go by like, typically I go by 2 cards. I go by like a range. And I was like, okay, 9 days or 3 years. This is crazy. And then I was like, well, let me pull up my Moonology deck because usually they kind of give me clarifying cards. Typically I have, a full moon in Pisces or a full moon in Scorpio, and they give me like a time of the year, and that kind of helps me narrow things down. But they didn't even give me a time frame here. They just gave me encouraging cards, advice cards, things like that. And it just really seems like, it's up to you to decide before they can tell me how long it will be. Oh, you're so welcome, Chloe. Wishing you all the love as well. I'm going to see if there's anybody else who has donated. Kanza, for today, there's not a free list. Right now, I'm just doing $3 readings. I have the option for PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, so I have 3 different options. I typically do free readings every once in a while, but for today, I'm just doing $3 readings. Hey, Laugh. Awesome, thank you. Just let me know whenever you're ready to post your question. Hey, Laugh, was it Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal? Awesome, thank you. My computer's like a little delayed with YouTube. So you want to know, how does Asmar feel about you currently? Okay, perfect. Let's see here. Hey Bernadette, how are you? How does Asmar feel about Laugh right now? How does Asmar feel about Laugh currently? How does Asmar feel about Laugh? All right, Laugh, if you can see me okay, just let me know if we're good. I don't know what was going on, but I refreshed my screen. So just let me know if you can hear me okay, if you can see me okay. Just want to make sure we're all good before I start your reading. Still looks a little bit glitchy on my end, but I don't know how it's doing on your end over there. Okay, well, as long as it's not glitchy and you guys can see me okay. Because I don't know what it's like on your end, but on my end, it's very, like, frozen and it just looks really bad. So as long as you can see me okay, and I'm just not just sitting here looking crazy. Okay. All right, Laugh would like to know, how does Asmar feel about... Okay, let me reshuffle here, get back into this energy. Let me clear the space and get back in my mindset. That's Mercury retrograde for you. That is Mercury interfering with everything. Partly why I haven't done tarot readings, because I know how it can interfere. Alright, so if we're still good, just clearing the space. Okay. And now my music is stopping. Man. How does Asmar feel about Laugh? How does Asmar feel about Laugh? How does Asmar feel? Well, he feels very good about you, but he's keeping it to himself, which obviously he is, because you need to ask me how he feels. We have the Four of Pentacles. We'll start there. The Four of Pentacles is someone who's very reserved, someone who's keeping things kind of close to them, their feelings kind of close to them. Maybe not really being very outspoken with how they feel because they're a bit guarded. The Nine of Wands is someone who maybe has been hurt in the past. So they kind of have their walls up a little bit. Maybe they're a little bit worried about expressing how they feel because in fear of getting hurt. So they just kind of keep things to themselves. But as far as how they feel about you on the inside, even though they're not expressing it, they feel very happy. They like thinking about you. They like being around you whenever they get the chance, maybe talking to you if you guys are in communication. You bring them a lot of happiness. The Sun is just a very childlike, happy, innocent, you know when you're a kid and just you feel very free and very happy? That's what the Sun is. The Sun is just that kind of like warm, positive, fun, inviting, vitality type of feeling. The Star is hopeful. So maybe feeling like hopeful one day to be able to express these feelings to you, hopeful that you'll have a romantic relationship at some point because we have the Lovers card. Maybe that is where they want to move in the direction with you. The Lovers is about union, relationships, and it's about coming together. It's also about having an alignment too within your values and the things that you believe in. And it's just a very romantic card. The Lovers is just one of those cards where it's just like the ultimate connection. And when someone gets the Lovers card, to me, it just means that this person really thinks of you at a non-platonic level. They think of you as definitely being more than friends. The Hanged Man is just, again, coming underneath the Four of Pentacles. You know, this is his thoughts of you, the Sun, the Star, the Lovers, but this is what he's showing you on the outside, the Four of Pentacles, the Nine of Wands, and the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man is about being in suspension, not really moving forward, having that restriction, you know, and kind of just keeping those feelings close to themselves. So the feelings are there. They're just hidden and kind of locked away, and he's just kind of keeping to himself or herself. I'm not sure if that's a guy or a girl. He is, yeah. And then let me see if I can get you some other cards here. I want to being called to the Lover's path. I'm glad that my stream cleared up too a little bit for your reading. I didn't want to do a reading with it being all choppy and you not being able to hear what I was saying. He did open a little bit saying that he feels I am the one for him. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm glad that he's opening up a little bit. It's funny because the Hanged Man can be about changing your perspective because you're hanging upside down, right? So it can be changing the way you view things and changing your perspective about a situation. So he may be turning things around and maybe more willing to open up about how he feels. It's just he's going to be really slow about it because he's a little bit guarded, a little bit more reserved. Anything else for left and ask more? Anything else? Yeah, he is definitely letting go a bit of these tendencies. The Eight of Cups is about abandoning things, withdrawing from things, moving away from things that no longer serve you. Um, and we have the Three of Coins in reverse, which is about disregarding things and moving forward from things. So the Three of Coins in reverse, to be completely honest, it's a little bit throwing me off because it can also mean like lack of teamwork. Um, you know what's coming? It's starting to come through now. Um, I'm starting to feel a lack of confidence because a Three of Coins can mean a disregard for your skill or a disregard for how well you do something. So maybe he's just having a bit of insecurity with the Three of Coins in reverse. But the Three of Staves, we also have moving forward. The Three of Staves is about discovery, it's about expansion, it's about making the next step and moving forward. So maybe he's just trying to abandon these tendencies and maybe start to like move forward into expressing how he feels. He did say he's scared only about him thinking negative. Okay, so yeah, then that kind of makes sense then with the Three of Coins. That was really kind of throwing me off a little bit because typically I don't really see that come up in relationship questions, but I was like, can you please give me more, Spirit, give me a message, and that was kind of what it is. I think it's kind of a insecurity a little bit there. Um, I'm gonna actually pull from the book real quick and see if anything else comes up with Three Coins in reverse that might give us a little bit more clarity. I don't typically do this. I like to read from intuition, but some things tell me to pull from the little thing here. Let's see here. So upright, it means building career, relationships, or home, the ability to manifest material goods or business success, cooperating with others to construct a venture. So basically, the reverse of the Three of Coins is the upright of the Three of Staves. So he's basically kind of trying to void this out to create this, if that makes sense. He's basically trying to negate that. He's basically trying to cancel out this tendency by moving forward with a Three of Staves mindset. Um, he's trying to build, manifest, and create that expansion and moving forward. Georgia Peach! Hey! No, my donation list is not closed. I know it's been so long, guys. My life has been crazy. I got a new job. And then I got sick. It wasn't COVID, thank goodness. Although I did have a scare. We went to a wedding last weekend, and one of the groomsmen got a positive result, and so we all had to go get tested. We were fostering kittens and adopted them, and life has just been really busy. So it's been like August, September, October. It's been like literally, I think, a couple of months since I've been on here, just trying to get into the groove of things, but I've missed it and I need to be back to it, and I'm just so happy to be here on Halloween. So I'll be on here for probably like, I don't know, maybe like another hour and a half or so. Laugh, you said he's scared his insecurities would get in the way of us having a relationship. He is definitely very insecure. I'm picking up on that for sure, especially with the Three of Coins in reverse. Like, absolutely 100%. Um, And you have to like when people tell you things about them, you have to trust and believe it. But at the same time, that is something that he's gonna have to decide, does he want to move forward with you? Is that something that he wants to get over? Is that something that he wants to work through? Um, you know, because I'm sure that you're a really strong person on your own and that you would, you know, care about him and want to be with him no matter what. But when people have their own demons and they have their own things that they have to work through, it can sometimes bring you down. So if he's expressing these things to you, you know, if he's really concerned that the things that he's working through, that he hasn't fully worked through, can like cause an issue within a relationship, you know, you really want to listen to those things. You really want to think, you know, and trust what it is that he's saying. But at the same time, he just sees you like as this most amazing person. He finds you to be someone that brings you so much happy or brings him so much happiness. Um, he hopes for that kind of future with you, and he sees you as someone that he wants to be romantic with. And you know, so as long as he can work through it, and I think that he is, especially with the Three of Staves, he's changing his perspective with the Hanged Man. He's wanting to expand. He's wanting to move forward. He's, you know, with the Eight of Cups, he's withdrawing from these tendencies. He's saying, you know what, I don't want to hold on to things that are no longer serving me. I definitely think that he's moving forward from this mindset. And he's saying, I'm going to lose this person if I don't get my, you know, together. So I definitely think that overall it's a very positive reading. Um, you know, so I hope that that helped. Oh, you're welcome, Laugh. Yeah, absolutely. I just have to see if anybody else has donated. Did anyone donate after Laugh? I know Bernadette said hi, and then Georgia said hi. Oh, thank you. I missed you guys so much. I Uriel, if you wanted to donate, you can definitely ask a question. Okay, so Georgia Peach is going to donate, Laugh, and then if you want to donate again, feel free, and I'll put you down next after that. Good, I'm so glad. Thanks for the feedback. I love it. Okay, Laugh, I've got you down on my list. Okay, Laugh, go ahead with your question since Georgia's still working on hers. Do you see myself and Asmar getting into a relationship eventually? Okay, let's see. Thanks, Georgia. Oh my gosh. All right, Laugh. As the current energy, I could have not pulled out any more maybe cards that existed. Like, there's just so much indecisiveness right now in the energy between the two of you that, and I know that you're pulling more for like wanting it, and I think that honestly he is too, but I feel like there's just so much indecision right now going on that he's just having to like pull himself out of like that insecurities, and who knows, maybe you also have some stuff going on too, because we have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords to me is about healing. It's about trying to, it comes after the Three of Swords, and the Three of Swords is about heartache, heartbreak, losing someone, having past hurt, and things like that. So if there's anything that you need to heal from the past before you move forward into your next relationship, this is the advice there. If that's not you, then maybe that's him, and he needs to kind of heal from these insecurities. If he's been in a relationship before, maybe kind of lick those wounds a little bit and maybe heal a little bit more. The Four of Swords is about kind of going within and kind of relaxing, renewing, and recovering. The Two of Wands is about thinking about making the next step. You're still kind of inside the house. You haven't really ventured outside yet. You're not at the Three of Wands stage quite at the moment. But you're thinking about it. You know, you're looking out the window. You're kind of desiring. You're thinking about what it would be like if you were to venture off into that relationship. So you're making those plans. You're drawing up that dream. But you haven't quite made that step, that leap yet. And we're looking in the direction here of the Nine of Wands again. This comes up. So we're still kind of guarded. We still have these walls up. We're still trying to figure out how we want to move forward. The Four of Cups is the overall energy at the bottom of the deck. Kind of apathetic, kind of like not really interested in moving in one direction or left or right or, you know, front or back or whatever. You're just kind of sitting still a little bit. The positive news is that it does come over the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands, again, that's about moving forward. That's like what we had in the Lover's Tarot. The Three of Wands comes after the Two of Wands, and it is about taking that next step. You are outside. You are moving forward. So I do think that it's going to happen really soon, maybe not. We're still kind of in the maybe stage. And the reason why I can't say guaranteed yes or no is because the decision hasn't been made. If the decision hasn't been made for sure by you and for sure by him, then I'm not going to have a definite answer, unfortunately. We still have some Knight of Wands movement. The Knight of Wands is where people aren't making the wisest decisions. They aren't really thinking quite clearly. The Knight of Wands is someone who just they're kind of hasty in the movements that they make. They may not be thinking very clearly or very soundly, or, you know, so maybe on his end, he's thinking, oh, I couldn't possibly have, you know, a relationship because of this, you know, but that's not a legitimate excuse. Like, you know, sack up a little bit, and if you want to be with this girl, then be with this girl and like get over it, you know. So it's kind of like the Knight of Wands energy is just someone who's just kind of like just making these decisions on a whim and just thinking like, I don't know, it's kind of like that energy that I'm getting is just like he's kind of on the run, you know, he's kind of running from his feelings and just kind of like making excuses, just gonna like hop on his motorcycle and just like run away. So, I mean, he's kind of like, you know, I think deep down, to be completely honest with you, I think deep down he wants to be the stable person. I think deep down he wants the Eight of Cups, he wants to move forward, he wants to let go of these insecurities, he wants to move past them, he wants to be in a relationship with you. And I think that he's going to. Something inside tells me he knows that he can't be on the run forever, but I think that it's just so convenient. It's what he's always done. It's just been so easy for him to do this that it's just like his comfort zone a little bit. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But we do have the Emperor, which is really good because the Emperor is about stability. It's just about being that structure and having that foundation within that relationship. So overall, when I say we just have a lot of maybes as far as being in a relationship, the reason why is just simply because you and him haven't completely made the decision to be in the relationship. You haven't decided, I want to be with him. He hasn't decided, I want to be with Laugh, and we're going to discuss this and want to move forward. Like, that's simply the only reason why, is because the decision hasn't been made. There's just some things that need to be worked through here, but because of the last reading, just overall, just the way that he feels about you, I just don't see why he wouldn't want to move forward. So I just, like I said, the way that I read is just going off of the current energy. I know that isn't like super positive, maybe not like 100% what you want to hear, but I'm hopeful. This doesn't make me feel like I'm in doubt or anything, because especially because we have the Three of Wands underneath the Four of Cups. Um, I just feel like I said in the last reading, I just think that this is the current energy right now, and there's just some things that he's got to work through, and maybe even you too. I don't really know what's going on with you, but we just got to flick some wounds and do some healing and some recovering and kind of letting go of some things that aren't serving us anymore and breaking down those walls, and then just kind of being more vulnerable, and expressing how we feel. And yeah, that's pretty much all I have. Yeah, exactly, laugh. Yeah, totally. He just needs to let go of that fear. Exactly. He just needs to trust a little bit. Like I said, be a little bit more vulnerable and just let go a little bit. A little bit of that hanged man, just like let go, swing free just a little bit. Hey Leah, I'm doing well, thank you. I was just telling everybody I've been kind of MIA for a little bit. Long story short, I started a new job and we were fostering and adopting kittens for a little while. They were very young. They were still on formula when we got them, and then I got sick for a little while, not with COVID or anything, but I wasn't feeling too great for a little while, and just kind of trying to get in the routine of like having a new full-time job and brand new kittens and all that stuff, and then like feeling not so great for a little while. I just, needed to take some time for myself, but hopefully I will be back and consistently back now for a while. I'm really excited about it. Georgia Peach, I think you were up next, and you said you had 2 questions. Oh, and Laugh, I don't think I did any oracles for you. I forgot. I'm sorry. Let me throw in an oracle in there. Did we do Whispers of Love for you yet, Laugh? Have we done this deck? Yeah, Leah, it's my favorite deck. I love it so much. I'm probably going to order like 3 or 4 more and just not open them. That way, whenever this deck gets to where I can't use it anymore, I always have more. Because if it ever goes out of print, I'll probably cry. I missed you guys too. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it's really awesome. I really like my job. Okay, Laugh, we'll go ahead and do this one then. Oh, you got one of my favorite pictures. All right, so we have the Union of Hearts. This is one of my favorites. And it says, a love connection defies explanation. So if you feel like this connection is just one that you have never experienced before, or you feel like, you know, you've known them before, they feel very familiar to you, and you're just like, or like you kind of met them and you were just like, this person's going to be important to me in some way, this card is just confirming that. We also have choose love. You always have a choice. Make yours with love. I think this is more for him. You know, I think that he's having a little bit of a struggle, obviously, in the situation where he's just like kind of tormented a little bit with the things that he's going through personally. But it's just so easy to just choose love, you know, choose to just be with you, let things go that aren't serving him anymore, and just be in that moment with you. And you always have a choice. So he just needs to choose, you know, if he wants that relationship with you, if he wants that lover's card, you know, and you make him feel like the sun, and he has that hope like the star, then he just needs to just choose that love. Because obviously you guys have a very strong connection with each other. So I definitely see it. It's very hopeful for the two of you, in my opinion. So that was for you, Laugh, those two cards. Georgia Peach, does RS want to offer a committed relationship soon? All right, so that's your first question. Hi, Penelope. Does RS want to offer a committed relationship soon to Georgia Peach? RS. They're telling me to shuffle again. Okay, hold on 1 second. All right. Wow. I don't think I need to go any further, Georgia. It's happening. I feel like every card that pops out is just yes, 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 yes. So, and I also want to just say I love the way that you worded that question, because it's just really, I just love it. I just love the way you asked that question. Because it was a yes or no, but it just was a very like profound, like the committed relationship. It just was a very open-ended. I just like the way that you asked that question. But anyway, Ace of Swords. I asked for a yes or no, first and foremost, I just wanted a confirmed yes or no. And I got Ace of Swords, which to me is a yes. Ace of Swords also means the beginning of something happening, the spark of an idea, confirmation of a yes. And then I just kind of went along with just like describe to me just some things to expect along the way. We have Knight of Cups, all about romance, offerings of that kind of vibe. So we have romantic dinners and, you know, candlelit moments and going on dates and things like that. Just basically the knight in shining armor of the deck. We also have Page of Cups, which is about believing in the impossible. This is also about messages coming in, offerings, things of that nature. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, meaning luck is on your side. That's another big confirmation that things are happening for you. The Wheel of Fortune's about good luck, destiny, turning points, karmic cycles and life cycles and things of that nature. And then we also have the Two of Cups, which signifies partnerships. Two of Cups to me can also mean twin flame relationships. Whenever I see the Two of Cups, it can signify deep karmic relationships and connections. So I really feel like partnerships, attractions, relationships, romance, offerings, messages coming in, believing in the impossible, good luck on your side, and then just like an actual yes here. I don't really know how much more confirmation we can get from that. And then at the bottom of the deck, just the overall energy, we have the Six of Pentacles, which is about offering and receiving, giving and accepting, just an overall exchange here. So when you ask if he's going to offer a committed relationship, this card literally means offer and receive. So I don't really know how much clearer we can get with that, but there's your answer for that one. I do want to do a romance deck for you. Georgia Peach. Thanks, Penelope. I'll add you to my list. Penelope, did you donate for one question? RS and Georgia Peach. We have a love that heals past hurts and provides a sense of security and self-worth. And then we also have compassion and seeing things from a fresh perspective. So that is what this relationship is going to bring for you. Georgia Peach, did you say that you donated twice? I think you had two questions, right? Hey, Fortuner girl. How's it going? All right. How does KJ feel about Georgia Peach? How does KJ feel about Georgia Peach? Cheyenne, the list is not closed. If you want to donate, feel free. Okay, Georgia Peach. I feel like with KJ, there's a couple of things here. KJ feels like you are very well-rounded, very vibrant, very successful, sees you as someone who's very accomplished and very generous. They like being around you. They see you as someone who's very grounded, um, just kind of has their stuff together, if that makes sense. They just like this kind of vibe that you give off. They like being around you. They see you as very poised and very like elegant and very classy. There's a couple things with KJ that I feel like you need to know. With these cards, I don't feel like you're the only person KJ is talking to or has interest in. I feel like they're not being completely honest with you. With the Seven of Swords, we have someone who maybe not showing their true selves 100%. With the Seven of Swords, it's where someone's trying to kind of get away to be someone else. And by that I mean they're kind of deceiving themselves or deceiving you or just not being completely honest about who they are, what they want, or what they're about. So the Seven of Swords could mean that maybe they're talking to someone else, not just you, or this could be an exchange of energy as well. This could mean that you're talking to multiple people, possibly. But most of the time, since I'm specifically asking how does KJ feel about you, this most likely is about KJ. So I feel like because the Three of Cups is coming up, maybe they feel like they're a part of a love triangle. KJ does, with the Three of Cups. So whether that's between you and then the other person that you asked about, I think you said RS and KJ, or maybe KJ is just involving you with another party, but there's definitely some additional people involved here. And then we also have the Eight of Cups, which signifies maybe not being fully attached to the situation, maybe withdrawing a little bit or backing away. So as far as how they feel about you, they definitely find you appealing on definitely multiple different levels and different ways. I'm not pulling many romantic cards, maybe because they're trying to kind of keep their distance in some way, but they definitely find you to be a very good person. I just feel like some things are being kept hidden here. And then at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Seven of Cups. And the Seven of Cups is about having your options, having your choices, and not fully deciding on one specific thing, maybe daydreaming about different options that you have or different people, choosing between multiple different people. So that's the overall energy here when asking this question. See, he's kind of like deciding who he or she wants to be with. So I feel like this is less definitive as far as the question. You know, the last question that you asked is RS want a committed relationship. That was definitely more definitive. As far as KJ, there are definitely feelings there. It's just more suppressed, I would say. And you're not the only one. There's definitely multiple options, multiple people. And then there's like a little snake here that I'm just now noticing during this reading. Snakes can kind of mean like, to me, snakes can mean kind of being like sly and not really being like fully truthful and honest and upfront. Kind of just being a snake, the expression. So I just feel like in between this being like keeping your, feelings and real true intentions hidden, and then having the Three of Cups, meaning like multiple people being involved, and then kind of being withdrawn a little bit. That's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Now, like I said, they do definitely feel like they are interested in you in the sense that they do feel like they appreciate your generosity, appreciate how well-rounded you are, the type of person that you are, the type of vibe that you give off. They definitely dig you in that way. I just don't think you're the only one. Let me see if I can get anything else here. Very accurate. Okay, good. I'm glad. Anything else for KJ and Georgia Peach? Your eyeballs. That's so funny. Anything else for KJ and Georgia Peach? Yeah, here we got the Six of Arrows, which again is withdrawing from things that no longer serve you. And then we have the Nine of Coins. So again, they definitely see you as someone who's very self-sufficient. The Nine of Coins is kind of like the Queen of Pentacles to me a little bit. Just somebody who very poised, very just, you just have this way about you that KJ is finds very appealing. With the Ace of Coins, that can mean like a manifestation of some sort. It can kind of mean that a new opportunity or something new coming along. So the Ace of Coins, to me, I'm a little stumped by that one because it has to do typically with like finances and new opportunities. So maybe you might know something about that, or maybe that's to be discovered moving forward. But the Ace of Coins does have to do with like new prosperity, maybe manifesting things. So if KJ is the person that you're interested in, then maybe you need to kind of leave the other person alone and kind of maybe work towards KJ a little bit, and kind of, maybe it's because you're kind of torn between two different people and kind of wondering, like, how does this person feel about me? How does this person feel about me? So the Ace of Coins could be kind of a reminder, you know, you manifest what you want in your life. And if you're kind of dispersed a little bit, then it's hard to say like which direction it's going to go. But just know that you have control over your prosperity, your abundance, and what you manifest into your life. That could just be an advice card for you. But with the Nine of Coins, again, that's just a lot like the Queen of Pentacles. And then the Six of Arrows is a lot like the Eight of Cups. So these are just confirmation cards here about maybe KJ just feeling a little bit more withdrawn. But there's definitely an attraction and appeal. He definitely feels this way about you. Yeah, the Three of Cups right there. The options, the not being fully themselves. There's just something there. Oh, you're welcome. Okay, awesome. All right, so the next person on my list is Penelope and then Cheyenne. If I'm missing anybody, can you let me know? I have Penelope and then Cheyenne. So Penelope is next. If someone else donated, can you please let me know in the chat? Because I'm trying to keep track of everybody. Cheyenne, I'll get you right after Penelope. It's a list, but it's like a really short list. So I'll get you right after Penelope. And thank you guys for holding your questions until I get to you because the chat is going pretty fast and it's hard to keep up. I think after Georgia Peach donates again, I am going to stop the list for now because that's 3 more questions and I'm trying to get off by about 2:30. So we'll just do a stop on the list after Georgia Peach donates. Hey Luna Moon. I know it's been a while. Aw, RS is the person you truly want. There you go. See, and I think that was that advice card with the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Coins. Basically just telling you, like, you're working on your manifestations. You know what you want. And you just need to go with what you want, you know, follow your heart. Penelope, are you still here? Luna, if you want to listen to Georgia Peach's reading, we're at timestamp 151. So 1 hour, 51 minutes, and I just finished her reading a little bit ago. So you could probably play back, I don't know, maybe like an hour, 20 minutes or so, and probably like find the beginning of her reading. Hey Luna, I think I'm going to go ahead and close after Georgia Peach is next. I think she's going to donate again. I think Penelope donated, but I don't know where she went. She said she was here and then she disappeared. So I'm just going to move on to Cheyenne with Cheyenne's question. And hopefully Penelope comes back in. But Cheyenne wants to know, how does the Capricorn that she spent time with feel about her? So how does the Capricorn feel about Cheyenne? Okay, Penelope, go ahead and list your question. I'm already shuffling for Cheyenne, so I'm going to read her question. How does the Capricorn feel about Cheyenne? 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 I think he feels like you're too good for him, probably. Not necessarily a bad way, like maybe like he just feels like you're a really awesome person, but I'm going to keep going here. Hopefully not in a way that's going to be detrimental to moving forward with you, but I'm going to keep checking. Wow, we're getting like a lot of mixed energy here. I'm having a hard time trying to decipher it all. Give me 1 second here. Okay, so with the Three of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles can mean in reverse. It can mean like someone's feeling a little bit insecure about a situation. If this was the first time that you guys met or spent time with today, it could just mean that this person was feeling a little bit, you know, worried or like nervous or something along those lines. But this is someone who definitely appreciates you, finds you very alluring, very attractive. I think that they view you as someone who has a lot of confidence, and a lot of times maybe maybe they saw you as someone maybe possibly kind of intimidating. Not in a bad way or anything, just someone who, like, sometimes, women can just put off that kind of vibe, and maybe that made him feel a little bit insecure in that way because you just were so sure of yourself and they were just not so sure of themselves. We have a lot of cards in reverse, so I'm feeling like the shadow side of a lot of these things. Um, with the Four of Cups, I think maybe he is like doing a lot of reflecting back on the interaction and feeling like he should have said something differently or should have done something differently, or like um, maybe he's being really too critical on himself, or feel like he missed his opportunity to do something a certain way, or I don't know. You know how, like, when you think about a date, you're like, oh man, I should have said this, or I should have done that, or like at the end of the night, you're like, oh, I should have kissed this person, or I shouldn't have done this, or maybe he's just thinking about these things and thinking back on it. Um, the King of Wands is someone who is very passionate. Um, you said he showed them, then he didn't. What did he show and then he didn't? Sorry, my video is a little bit delayed for my chat. So the King of Wands is just someone who's like a natural born leader, um, kind of like a visionary, and someone who's just very passionate. I think that maybe they view you this way, and feels that you're someone who just very vibrant, very passionate, someone that they just kind of admire. Maybe they were kind of in awe of you during this interaction, because we also have the Queen of Wands, which is someone who is very warm and very, like, kind of exuberant, very social, and they kind of like get kind of like a social butterfly. They kind of get what they want, kind of attitude, and they're just very, like, warm and inviting. And I think that maybe that's just the kind of vibe that you gave off, and that's just kind of how they viewed you. Keep in mind too, the wands are also the fire energy, so this can also be Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. So I'm not sure if that's what you are, but we have a lot of wands energy here when asking this question. We also have the Seven of Pentacles, and this is about wanting to make something grow. So it's possible that he's looking for a future with you, maybe wanting to make and manifest, because you can see he's kind of like holding his hand over this and trying to make this grow, make these seeds grow into something more prosperous and more, he maybe trying to add value to something, and maybe he's looking forward to maybe seeing where this goes with you. So I think that's what the Seven of Pentacles is. We have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups is about moving forward. A lot of times the Five of Cups in upright can be about loss and experiencing that loss. The Five of Cups is about accepting this and moving forward. So I'm not sure if you guys talked about anything deep or heavy during your time together, but this is about moving forward past that. But this could also just be simply just a simple message of moving forward together, especially since it comes after the Seven of Pentacles, and wanting to see how things grow and how things move forward with you. And then we also have the Ten of Wands. Typically, the Ten of Wands can mean feeling a heavy burden, or things just feeling like you have a lot of responsibility. Not sure if that resonates with you at all, or maybe there's a lot of responsibilities of things kind of getting in the way of things being able to move forward in the relationship. But when I see this card, to me it just means like you're just kind of like packing your bags and you're moving forward. So to me, I kind of feel like between the Seven of Pentacles, the Five of Cups, and the Ten of Wands, I think it's all positive, even though these cards can typically mean something negative. I feel like what he's feeling or what he's thinking is, I'm ready to see where this goes. I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to pack up all my old baggage and just send it on its way. I'm ready to just kind of see how these things develop and see how this moves forward. But overall, I think that he really enjoyed his time with you, and I'm just reading what you said. Oh, his feelings, he shows them and then he doesn't. Well, the four of cups upright can mean apathetic. It can mean where you are showing disinterest and you're just showing like you're not interested at all in anything in general. And then when it's in reverse, the four of cups is where you're like just feeling kind of like, I don't know, aloof. It's almost like the same, but different, because it's more like you're feeling regretful of feeling this way. So you're still feeling this way, but you're feeling more about it. So it's possible. Yeah, Penelope, you'll be next. So I definitely feel like the interaction between the two of you is very positive. I definitely feel like he might have felt a little bit insecure in a way to where you were a bit intimidating, but he saw you as someone who's compassionate, warm, loving, inviting, and I definitely feel like it made him hopeful for the future and maybe interested in how to move forward. But I think that there was some insecurity there. There was definitely like, I think that maybe he's just looking back going, oh, I wonder if maybe I should have said this or should have done this way, or, he's definitely being very critical of himself. That's kind of where the vibe that I'm getting from this. But let me see if there's anything else here that I can give to you. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Leo sign. So, I was doing for a Halloween special, I was doing $3 donations where I do a full tarot reading for you along with an oracle card, clarifier or advice, or I just throw in oracle cards for you. However, I do need to get going at 3:30, so my list is closed. I do apologize. I'm going on over 2 hours here. So this is for you, Cheyenne. Cheyenne and Capricorn. Cheyenne, Capricorn. Cheyenne, Capricorn. Express your love through actions. Actions speak loudly. And then give your attention. So it looks like we're wanting to spend more time together. If you're still interested in the Capricorn, it's looking like just going on more dates, spending more time together, and then just being more expressive. If you feel more comfortable, I'm like having I'm having trouble talking right now. Usually what that tells me is that someone's holding back in communicating. I was losing my voice a little bit while I was talking, especially with that card. That's kind of funny that was happening while I was trying to talk about that card. But expression, it says actions speak loudly. So if you're having trouble speaking about these things, then just show each other through actions. Do something nice for each other. Do something sweet where can show that you were thinking about one another. Or, if it's easier to text and express how you feel through text messages. I remember like when my boyfriend and I first got together, we texted a lot because it's a lot easier to be honest when you're not face to face with somebody or like over the phone. You can just be really brutally honest about your past or your feelings about stuff because it's just less intimidating that way. So that's an action within itself, but you're still communicating how you feel verbally. So I hope that helps. I don't have a lot to go on. I felt kind of blocked when I was reading this, only because I'm taking that it's not, I don't know, to me it just feels like it's not a very developed relationship. Is this someone that you've spent a lot of time with? He's a police officer. Aww. He sounds like a really caring person. He sounds like somebody who really cares about what you think. Sounds like somebody who, he's obviously thinking a lot about his actions and how he says something or how he comes off. Very thoughtful. So I think that it's important how you feel about him. It's important how he comes off, and he wants to be viewed a certain way in your eyes, and I think that that's really important to him. You're welcome, Cheyenne. Yes, Penelope, I got your question, so I'm going to read yours next. So Penelope wants to know, what does the Taurus think of me? Oh, okay. That's perfect then, that you text a lot. Yeah, totally true, Georgia Beach. Totally true. What does the Taurus think of Penelope Daisy? What does the Taurus think of Penelope Daisy? Ooh. I always like when these cards come up. All right, Penelope, the Taurus thinks very, very positively of you. We have the Hanged Man. It's very intimate, what he thinks about you. Keeping this PG, we'll just put it that way. But intimate feelings. Definitely feels very romantic towards you, feels the attraction towards you, the chemistry. We have the Empress, which is like, he feels like you have that goddess energy, just this divine beauty within you. The Empress is someone who's viewed as like the ultimate feminine beauty. full of nature, abundance, growth. It's just like that really like, like that primal, like female, fertile, just embodiment. And just that goddess energy, and that's just kind of how they view you. With the Hanged Man too, just someone who has a different perspective and just appreciates that about you. We have the King of Wands, which is someone who is really passionate, very vibrant, exuberant, and just has like this sultriness about them. With the Justice card, views you as someone very balanced, very fair, and I don't know, just an honest person. We also have the Ace of Cups. There's definitely that romance there that sparked for even like a new romance. So I'm not sure if you've been together in the past or if you haven't yet. But there's definitely feelings of love going around and just new love in general, emotions and connection, and even creativity as well. I'm also feeling a bit of compassion here with the Ace of Cups and the Strength together. So views you as someone incredibly strong. Strength card can also mean compassion. It's just a gentle compassion as well as a gentle influence over other people. Finds that you're very influential, that you can just kind of grab the attention of others in the room and really just be persuasive in a way that's very influential and but in kind of like a submissive kind of way, in a way that's like graceful, in a way where people just look at you in awe and they don't really feel like you're trying to command the room necessarily, but just like people just look at you and just like, wow, like that kind of way. Also someone who's pretty lucky in life, or maybe has overcome a lot of challenges, and even though they may have not had that much luck, still somehow overcome. So still views you as this very positive person, no matter what type of life that you've had, that you've just really come out on top, no matter the type of karma or life cycle or whatever that you've had. You're just overall a very positive person, and you have that balance within you, especially coming underneath the Justice card. So I would say that there's definitely an attraction here, definitely a desire for romance, definitely intimate feelings here, and views you definitely on a deeper connection. We have new love. Embrace an opportunity for love in your work prospects or for spiritual growth. So if this person is someone that you work with, that could be an option, or it's just saying for spiritual growth in general. This new love card is someone that's going to bring you maybe closer to an awakening within yourself. And this new love card is a lot like the Ace of Cups, in my opinion. It's so funny how like these whispers of love cards really, to me, they resemble these two decks. I don't know what it is about this deck and this deck, but they have so many cards that go together. And this Ace of Cups means new love, and this new love card, they just, something about it. And so we're getting more confirmation here. Also at the top, I'm noticing the number 26 and the number 1. So keep in mind if those numbers keep popping up in your life. We also have listen with your heart. Listen with your heart and have a loving heart. So these are some advice cards for you when it comes to this relationship with the Taurus. So I hope that helps. And if these things don't resonate now, come back maybe in a few weeks. It will all make sense. But I think, Penelope, you said that you stepped out. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to Georgia Peach's question. And I think that will be my last one of the day, because like I said, I do have to get out of here by 3:30. We got to get ready for Halloween tonight. Does anyone have any plans? All right. Does RS consider Georgia Peach when making plans for his future? All right, so we have the Page of Pentacles, which is a yes card, so that is consideration. That's you in the future with him. So this is you being considered. This is the feminine, divine feminine here with the Empress. We also have the Four of Pentacles, which is someone who's very conservative and kind of keeping their things close to them. So I think that when he plans for the future, he's trying to just make sure that his future is as successful as possible. So he's a planner, I think, for sure. It's something that he thinks about and wants to make sure that he does right. The Pentacles is also one of the slowest moving of the suits, so he wants to make sure that his future is going to be very abundant. The Seven of Cups is that of success, where your wishes are fulfilled. You have a lot of comfort. You have a lot of satisfaction. Like, you just feel like you have everything in life that you want. Again, with the World, completion, success, just all around, just having everything that you want, maybe even fitting travel there. He wants to feel free. He wants to feel like he can just do whatever it is that he wants whenever he wants. He just wants to have that kind of future where he doesn't have to worry about money, right? So right now he's being reserved about how he plans for the future because he wants to have this in the end. But you're there. You're in there. We have the yes card, and then also we have the Empress in there as well. Ice cream, chocolate cake, and watching on-demand movies. There you go. That sounds like an awesome night. RS consider Georgia Peach when making plans for the future. Oh, he's making plans all right. That card is declutter and wall of abundance. So he's all about making those plans, decluttering, windfall of abundance. So he's looking for ways to create that space in his life to have all the things that he wants. And then windfall of abundance is ways to increase that abundance, increase that prosperity. Anything else? Successful funding. I mean, how much more clear can we get? So I really feel like he just wants the perfect life with you, and he wants the perfect life financially, and he just wants all the monetary, like, you know, all the like earthly material things that you can have, and all those like end of life excuse me, end of life goals that you would want. I think he just doesn't want to have to worry about things in life, and that's not bad. That's not a bad thing to want. You just want to, and you are in there. You're fitting in there just well. I just think that right now he's focused a lot on how do I plan for my future. I think that's something that guys worry about a lot, actually, is finances. You know, I think that they worry about how am I going to provide. That's kind of been like their job all of these years, kind of like that mentality of being the provider. And so I think that's kind of like his mindset right now. But I definitely think you're in there with those future plans for sure. Oh, you're welcome, Georgia Peach. I'm so glad. I love all your emojis. Alright guys, so my list is closed. Sorry I've been saying that. But thank you, and if you guys can subscribe to me, I would really appreciate it. That way you'll always know when I go live. I do free readings. I also do donations as well. So just, you know, if you want to go ahead and follow me, that way you always know when I go live. Today I was just doing a $3 special for Halloween because I knew I was only going to be here for a short amount of time. So I just wanted to make sure that if, you know, people were able to get in and get their readings in and all of that, I just want to be able to guarantee those readings for them. So if you guys want to follow me on Instagram, Luna Affinity,